This is Beatwalla, serving up the stories behind the beats and taking you straight to the soul of exceptional artists, as we sit down every week to unravel what fuels their artistic expression and creation, here on Beatwalla, with me, Jo Yule. Welcome back to Beatwalla at IMS Dubai. And today's guest is a boundary-breaking artist, producer, and cultural visionary whose sound fuses global rhythms, electronic energy, and unapologetic storytelling. Her work bridges communities, celebrates identity, and brings fierce, future-facing energy to every stage she steps on. She's also the founder and creator of Femfest. Megatronic, welcome to Beatwalla.
Thank you. Wow, that was quite an intro. I didn't even know all that stuff about me you just said. Cool.
Neither did I until now, but it was quite...
Did you get that off ChatGPT?
I'm talking to myself.
We actually spoke about that on the last episode with Nuria.
And
we were just saying, like, who do you have your ChatGPT? What sort of style of voice does it have? Is it a man or a woman? What accent does it have?
I don't have one with that. Can you do that?
You can change
I
it.
don't use it that often. I use it for like press releases. But I do have Siri, and that's like a London guy. And he's got a little bit of an attitude, and I quite like it. Because I'm like, hey Siri, and he's like, what?
Some people like Siri to be really rude to them.
I mean, that's a whole Abbott interview, but who might to talk to them people? I don't want anyone being rude to me, thank you. Not Siri, especially a computer.
Especially not here in Dubai. I mean, you used to live here. How does it feel to be back here, sort of being on panels at the International Music Summit and back in your old hood?
I think, I'll be honest, I feel like I still live here. Like, I come here at least twice a year for at least like 2 months. And so I'm a very active member of the community. That's how I would like to class it. I mean, there might be people that would be like, no. But I think it's great being back. It's nice to see it evolving. It's nice to see things like this existing and more people engaging it. And I quite enjoy that. Because a lot of the times when these things exist, it's very like European. And it's nice to see that this time they've really picked people from the region that are doing stuff, because the region is growing so fast. And I think if you're in Europe in the music industry, you should be coming out here. Because I feel like Europe, it's not in a good place right now. You know, music-wise, clubs are closing. Yeah, I mean, we all know it. Everyone's scared to say it, but it's there. So I think this side of the world, it might be the future. You know, and I think that's not a bad thing. I think it might bring some equality. You know, I think that's kind of needed right now. So I just went off on your question.
It's okay. You're allowed. I think it would be interesting to hear how you celebrated sort of, female voices in the MENA region specifically, and kind of tried to open those gates while you were living here, and still continue to do so in.
I think it's really. I watched this interview recently. I can't remember who it was, but it's like a big DJ, and he was talking about how you have to just give back. It's like really important. If you're getting somewhere, you need to give back. Like if you're killing it, you need to give back. And I think that's something that has always been very like present in how I grew up. You know, we grew up with, my parents came from Africa to the UK, and there was so many people that kind of helped us grow up. You know, and if I look at it, I think at the time I didn't realize it till I got older. And I think that's the same with when I moved here. So many people helped me fit in, get jobs, meet people. So I just felt it was the only thing to do was to like try and put something back. And at first that wasn't the intention of, because it used to be called Female First Sessions. The intention of it at first was to do this like multidiscipline event, which was about women and like who's cool in the region. Like I just wanted to know who's doing what. And it turned out that there was an audience for it. And then on the back of that, the festival came. And then the festival ended up outweighing Female First Sessions, which was more like a jolly.
Well, you like
it's like a gathering of people come. We'd have a woman in business, because I always think that business and like art, for some reason, we just don't mix, right? I see these like high-powered business women, and then I'm here like wearing like everything from a vintage store, and I'm like, we should talk. Like, you could probably help me. she's like, you could probably take me somewhere out. That's cool. And I'm like, right. So I just thought that connection wasn't there. And I feel like a woman in business who's like a corporate banker could probably give you quite a lot of good information on how to navigate as a woman in the music world. So I was like, okay, let's try it. And we did. And we worked with this woman. Oh my God, this name I've just forgotten. Sophia Laray, French lady who was here. She's been here for 18 years. I don't know if she's still here. I haven't spoken to her. We are friends. It's not like that. It's just like she brought the women in business in, and it was great. And then yeah, it just kind of blew up and it had an interest. Like I was like, okay. We created something at the time. There was some other girls that I worked with who were my flatmates, but the original concept was always mine. And yeah, it just kind of blew up kind of naturally. And then there was just this moment where it was like, oh, okay, there seems like there's something here. And it just kept him going. And now I try and do them once a year, but now it's more of a festival and we focus more on DJs. And because I think, I'll be honest, we did the whole live, we did like art, we've done it all. We even had a cinema that we put in XB in Saudi. We made a Imaginist cinema with animation artists, which is beautiful. So we tried everything, but I think for me, the DJ thing is the easiest format. It's like easy for me to manage. And I don't always have a team of people, it's like, it depends where we get money from. We think like what we can afford. So sometimes it's me, like just setting up the decks on my hands and knees.
There seems to be a big sort of festival scene or electronic music scene specifically, like growing quite rapidly in Lebanon. I mean, I guess it's always been like that.
No, Lebanon's always been like that.
It's maybe had a little, break in the last few years, but it's definitely back like wildfire from the conversations I've been listening to here at IMS.
Lebanon's like, Lebanon's like, boop, 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 boop. Lebanon's always and will always be that energy. I think when I first moved here, my friends were like, we're going to go to Beirut for your birthday. We go to Beirut and there was the opening of a club called Forum Blitz. Never seen anything like it. Beautiful club. Like, I think it was like, I want to say it was on the 6th floor, but it might have been even higher. But the front of it is like the opening of a building. It looks like somebody, I don't know, maybe something had happened, like been bombed out. I don't know. But that's the opening of the club. The first room, you're like, and then there's these two other rooms. And somebody mentioned it on the panel, like, the best way to like do a festival now is to have multi-rooms. So you cater to different people. And we're doing the same with having wellness or telling people they can bring their kids. It's like catering to your audience because there's, you don't need to stop raving when you get to a certain point or you have kids. I think that's nonsense. And I think Beirut is the prime example of you don't need to stop because some crazy person is trying to stop you. And they're resilient. And I think that's what makes their party scene, their electronic scene so vibrant. And they're fun people. Like real like
That's what Emil was saying on the
real
panel.
people.
Yesterday.
Like real fun. Like I've been many times. And I'll be honest, I'm yet to meet a bad Lebanese person. I'm sure there is. But my experience, it's always been great. And it's interesting because a lot of stuff's happened there, And I respect their perseverance. I respect the strength that they have, like, yeah. I mean, even the factory people, like, they rebuilt their clubs. That's pretty impressive, and they, what happened was tragic. And it's it's kind of damaging, but I feel it's like music is the answer. I know it's so cheesy and everyone says it, but it's true. Like, we're all one on the dance floor. No one cares. Racism, all of this stuff just goes straight out the window. And I think that's why I think the Lebanese are a perfect example of, like, all right, we just keep dancing, and I think that's really beautiful, and I think it's something we can all learn from. But yeah, the scene out there, if you haven't been, but just be prepared to not sleep. Like, well, you go in for 3 days, and your eyes are open for 3 days. Just FYI.
Too old for that, definitely.
That's the thing. It's fun. I promise you, I had fun. Like, even I went to a beach club, like this beautiful beach club, which is like on the sea. And that was like, after a very long night of clubbing, they were like, let's go here, Habibi. I was like, all right. Yeah, it's fun.
Well, listening to the panel you were sitting on yesterday with Emil from the ADS festival that is in Lebanon, he was saying, even when the country was being bombed, I mean, nothing was stopping. Things were still business as usual. No one was taking a step back because that's just how it is. And if you stop, then, you're not winning anymore.
Yeah, I went there in March and played with Sunkiss at Oden, which is the ski resort. And like, everyone was like, you're going to Lebanon? And I was like, yeah, relax. They're like, but things have just stopped. Like, are you sure? And I think on the day I got there was a slight little warning or something. And they were like, it's fine, let's go. Like, and I'm into that, man. Like, whatever, danger is fun. Danger's fun.
Well, it definitely keeps things a little bit more edgy, a little bit more interesting, that's for sure. I mean, in terms of, coming from your London roots, I mean, there's definitely the accent there.
I've
started out.
Lose it. Never.
You started out playing guitar at 17.
What? How did you find that out?
Had a little dig around, a little stalk, as you do.
I did. Only because I just wanted to be super rebellious, because when I was growing up in London at the time, R&B was such a big thing, and everyone was like, well, you're a black girl, you play R&B. I was like, I like Blur, and I don't want to play R&B. So like, I taught myself guitar because I just didn't come from a family with that type of income. And my mum wasn't that type of woman that she's like, there's bigger things I need to pay for than buying you a guitar, which is fine. Like, that's no diss to my mum, she's awesome. But it was actually quite a testament to, like, do a paper round, get bit by dogs.
I did a paper round.
Yeah, buy a guitar, teach myself with a CD, way before the internet. YouTube didn't exist. And yeah, I've got this CD, and I remember it's an American guy, and he was like, put your finger on the third fret. And I tormented my mum for about a year, just like, trying to learn. And yeah, I think it was super important for me, actually, because I really already was very much into music. And all the artists I liked were like super old and like on vinyl. But everyone played an instrument, and I was like, I need to play an instrument.
Like who? Who were you looking up to at that point?
I think I listened to a lot of the Rolling Stones. I listened to loads of Tina Turner, like a lot of Tina Turner. Like Nutbush City Limits was like a very important album for me. And then I think as I started to get older, I think when I've found more fun with my voice like Whitney Houston, like insane. And then the indie bands came along, like Blur. Like Blur was a big thing for me. Like everyone was like Oasis. I was like, Damon Albarn is an incredible songwriter. And when I heard Park Live, I was like that blew my mind, that track. Like, it's just because it's a story. Like what he's saying is a full story. And I was like, that's insane. He literally, and he's like so cockney. He's like, oh, the peanuts. Like what? It was like a caricature of the song, And I was like, I didn't know you could do that, because I think all the music I was listening was so formatted at that point. I was like, oh, this is more exciting for me. Yeah, so I mean, I grew up with my parents my dad used to play so much records, like a lot of Paul Simon's. Oh my God, I'm trying to think of some African artists. My brain's gone absolute. Deli Solomon. Okay, I can't think of it. They'll come to me later.
That'll be the hangover kicking in.
Right? But these guys
Did you have
follow me,
fun last
by the way. Actually, the artist I wanted.
Deli Solomon.
He follows me. We met. I'm saying his surname, but I'm really bad with pronouncing things. We met at Soul Kitchen. Actually, West, the factory people, which serve space, they brought him here. An incredible musician. And I was telling him, I was like, listen, my dad used to play your records to me when I was a kid all the time. Yes.
So when did the electronic music element come into your life?
I think when I started a band.
Black Cherry?
That's me. Yeah. I think because we all, the five of us all had like experience of liking indie music, but we didn't want to make it. You know, we kind of wanted to be a bit different. And I mean, look, keyboards always existed, but I think there was a real regurgitation of the synth at that point. And there was like bands like Hot Chip and the Claxtons and Block Party, and they were like playing like trashy guitar, but they always had like these synths, and it was like making a lot of weird noises and stuff. And I remember I bought this Korg, mini Korg, which had a vocoder on it, and that was it. I was like, right. And the guy I worked with, Guillaume, was like super into U2 and In Excess, and it was like that sort of different style of like making, like, because In Excess was super dancey, actually, if you really think about it, like, I'm showing my age right now, right? Everyone's like, In Excess, how old is she?
It's okay, you're on the same wavelength as me here.
Yeah.
And except, yes.
It was different. It was good. And then like New Order and things like that. Like I used to play with super into New Order. Then I remember watching Underworld and hearing Born Slippy. And I was like, oh, we got to make something between these two. So he's like, right, we're going to make indie electro. I think, I mean, I didn't give birth to this genre, but we was in the time when this genre was given birth. So there was us and a load of other bands that were doing this indie electro, which is music like that could get into the club, which wasn't happening before with guitars or keyboards. Like, you know, it was more like Detroit house, and America was like, we make house. And I was like, oh, yes. Yeah. So it's interesting. And then I started clubbing, listening to garage music, house and garage, watching Baby D, Let Me Be Your Fantasy.
Oh my God, I love that song.
I saw her live at Coco. She's like, let me be your fantasy. And I was like, yeah. And it's just, there was a good time for like, do you remember Lisa Stanfield?
Yes.
Like being around the world. Like, I feel like the stuff I'm making now sounds like that. It's like bouncy.
You're just going through my 80s sort of childhood music collection there, really.
Yeah.
Bit by bit.
I'm blessed. I'm the youngest of like a big family. So also I had them like, you know, my sister and brother were raving. I was like, my sister's 10 years older than me. She used to go out clubbing a lot. And she would come back, she'd be like, I listen to the best techno or acid house. And they used to buy records, and my brother would play like the Jungle Brothers, like Girl, Our House, You, like shit like that. So it was just always like, if they knew.
So how did you end up playing the DC-10 Terrorist?
Money. No, I'm joking. I bought my way in. No, I don't know, actually. I mean, I shouldn't have say that. I worked really hard. And like, a lot of people say luck. That's not a thing, actually. Opportunities present themselves to people that are prepared. And I think I was prepared. I got a really great manager, Erica. I love her. She's killed it. Last 2 years, we met. She actually lives on my road in Portugal. And she just went in, like, and at first she was my agent. And she was on another agency, and she decided she wanted to go solo. And she was like, I want you to come with me. And I was like, actually, I was about to like just fire you guys, which is the truth. And she was like, which is the honest truth. And she was like, trust me, she's Italian, half Mozambique. And she talks like, trust me. She's got a very squeaky voice. And I was like, okay, I'll trust you in Portugal. And she goes, no, you must trust me in Europe. And I was like, oh, I don't know. She's like, give me 6 months. And in 6 months, she really pulled out some stuff. And then next 6 months, she kept on putting out more stuff. And then the beginning of the year was kind of bare, actually. And we didn't have any gigs. And then I think it was the DC-10 was in talks. It was like November, they started to like mention it. And then I think maybe I'm wrong, maybe like sort of early January properly confirmed. So I think we was like, let's not play anything till April. Let's make the first gig of the year DC-10.
And how was it?
It was like, it's kind of like a surreal experience, actually, because I've never been to it.
That was the first time you...
Yeah. I thought I'd been...
It's a good way to enter.
I thought I'd been, because I thought I saw Black Coffee there, but I was speaking to my friend, she was like, no, it wasn't there. There's somewhere else. And I was like, oh, shit. So it's the first time I went. I've seen it. And it's weird, because I feel like in my head, I already knew what it looked like. I didn't know what it felt like. It's mad. It's like... I've never seen so many people so dressed up. Like, no, because the club, like, getting dressed up to go clubbing has died, right? It used to be a thing, like, you couldn't, now I can go like this, I can never be able to get in with shoes or whatever. And so there's people really, like, I mean, really, like, there's a lot of attractive people going to DC. And the lineups...
You weren't supposed to be looking.
The lineups are insane. And like, so I'm DJing and like, now we've finished and I'm in the back and I don't remember this, which is crazy. My agent, Erica, was like, yo, you know, you had like the biggest conversation with Steph Troxer and his wife. And I'm the...
Did I?
Because I was so young, I don't remember. But like Leonardo DiCaprio was there. It was like, it's pretty crazy, that place. And the set was like, I played a set that I wanted to play, which I'm really happy about.
Which one?
I mean, it kind of just went from like Afro into like old school house, like where it's a bit more driving. Like I played Transformations, which is like a really old track. It's like dun 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 dun, and it just keeps on building. And like, I think I just went on a real journey because I was like, I want to make a story. I didn't want to do a set that was like just throwing out banner after banner. And yeah, it was great. And I'll be honest, like the staff there are super nice. I had such a great time. I was expecting, which happens sometimes, is like once you played and you're like a small fish, they're done with you. They're like, all right. But they weren't. They were super nice. The artist rep looked after us to the bitter end. And I'm still in touch. Like it's a great experience. I understand why people think it's one of the best clubs in the world. I get it.
So what are you producing at the moment?
Ooh. I just dropped an EP called There's Truth in Gospel, which is a full album dedicated to the rebirth of gospel music into house, which is me just like, I don't know, I just had this moment where I was just like, man, gospel's great. Oh, why don't we hear voices like that anymore? And then so I just started writing with my friend Morgan Wiley, his incredible co-producer on most of my stuff. And we just put this EP together and it was insane. We like really went back to basics. It's completely live, most of it. And we recorded like drums where me and him were clapping and stamping our feet. Like we got vocalists, violin, flute, trumpet. Because I wanted it to sound like a congregation. And I wanted that when you hear it, it's like one of them songs like when you're just singing along with it. And I was like, I missed that because everything's got really minimal. And the lyrics are like, oh, they're just saying stuff that I'm like, what? What did she say? Did she say eat my what? Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, I wouldn't be shouting that in the club.
No?
Not really. I mean, yeah, so I was just like, I missed that. So yeah, so that's out. It's actually doing incredibly well. And so now I'm writing and I'm nearly in the process of finishing like an album, which is going to be called Native Tongues. And I'm working with vocalists from all around the world and they're singing in their native tongue. And it's like, it's a bit of Afro house, it's a bit of Latin house, it's a bit of just house. It's like, but it's like it's not that Afro house that maybe everyone thinks they're hearing. I think I'm stripping everything back to how things might have originally sounded. And that's no disrespect to people that are making the sound that is now. The sound that's now is cool as well, but I miss the rawness of the drums actually and stuff like that, you know? So yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be good, but I'm chipping away.
I'm looking forward to hearing it.
Oh, yeah.
Where are you going to be producing that though? In Lisbon, where you live?
Lisbon and New York. We already did 2 tracks in Morocco. But yeah, because Morgan I work with is based in New York, so we either do sessions online, or I fly to New York, or he comes to Lisbon, which is dangerous because between recording, we just seem to always party. It's research. Where? You know, like,
You want to pop over?
right, this drum beat in this club we're in. Sounds good.
What were you saying yesterday on the panel about women and, you know, basically unless they were kind of like on Instagram and they get to a certain age and then it's kind of over. Do you feel like that's still the truth?
I
That's really happening?
changed a lot because I'll be honest, we're getting older and looking younger. I know many women who are in their 40s who are smashing it and they don't look 40. But I know there was a time when I was doing music or coming up in DJing, like anybody who's looking after me would be like, don't tell them your real age. And I'd be like, why? They're like, because it'll be all over. And actually I see that. Like you see it like X Factor has a whole over 30 section. Like, what is that about? Like, really geriatrics, you know, like there's a lot of language to it. And I was just like, yeah, like Instagram is a great tool, but also super like damaging as well, you know, because it's a circus. You have to keep up with it. It's all about likes. It helps your career right now, which is kind of sad as well, because I feel there's a lot of people that are really good at Instagram and say that. And I don't know if they're good at what they're supposed to be good at, you know, which is a shame. I think there's loads of people who are really good at what they're at, but they're terrible at Instagram and they're just not getting seen. And I think what I was saying yesterday, I think I was talking about that the image of women in the industry has changed a lot, which is refreshing. But when I started out, I was deemed a tomboy because I would just not want to wear anything that was overly like,
Yeah.
but the girls that would, and that's no respect to them, that's your hustle, would get the work. And then I'd watch them and I'd be like, but she sucks. Like, she's such bad. You know, and like that is how I Femfest, and that's how I think I've developed this personality that I've always got to like be like, no, trust me, just give me an hour in your club and just hear what I've got to do. And yeah, it's kind of strange. I do feel it's changed a lot because I feel like the girls now have taken ownership of it more of like how the image of body is put out. You know,
Doing that you're watching right now.
I think, I mean, without staying obvious, I think like Megan Thee Stallion, it's not my style of music, but I remember like a girl, I don't know how to explain it without sounding that I'm being offensive, so I'm scared how to wear this. But I know a girl of that stature would, back in the day, probably not even get a look in because she's not this like, I grew up when everyone needs to be a model and we all had to have a gap here in between our legs, and now it's about having a butt, you know. And I just feel like that narrative seems a bit more healthier to me. You know, that people can be any size and it doesn't matter. Whereas I know, like, I know many people who grew up with me, like same age group, like anybody put on weight, anybody could tell you. They'd be like, yo, you look fat. And I'm like, do I know you? Like, like, you know, so it's healthy now. And I think the representation in media is getting better. Yeah, I don't know. It's changed a lot. I feel more secure in it. And I think before I was really insecure with everything. I was always feeling that I never looked good enough as a performer, which is insane because I'm a good performer. So why is that important? You know, and now I'm like, no, I don't care. I just buy hats. That's my thing. Like, I just wear hats. And that's it. That's my like fashion.
It's a great hat. Where's it from?
Morocco.
Of course.
From my friend, Funky Farhad, you should go there. It's a great shop.
But I mean, what struggles have you faced? I mean, obviously you're celebrating, you're an activist, and you're a community builder in the MENA region. Like, why is it that you want to kind of push that platform forward for women's voices to get out there, to be performers, to, rise up in this region specifically? Why is that so important to you? Since you're not from here.
I just met a lot of cool people here.
Yeah.
And it just kind of felt right here. Like, London would never let me do this, to be honest. Like, that's the truth of it. It's such a shame. Like, I think London's like, the competition's too much. And so people just always feel like there's an ulterior motive. And I met a really nice community here. And like, there were so many girls that wanted to DJ. And I was just like, well, you can. And they don't, like, this can sound weird. It's not that they don't have the access to everything they do. But it's just like the way things are in Europe, the confidence or the sort of structural upbringing with their families is very different, and like for a young Arab girl to say, or a young Arab African girl or a young African girl to say to their parents that they want to be a DJ or artist, it's difficult. I face that. And the only reason my parents had to adjust because they're in England and I'm the youngest of a lot of people, got away with it. And my mum was knackered. She was just like, I can't bother, do what you want. That thing.
How many brothers and sisters have you got?
I mean, on record, like 5, but like there's more. But I think my mum was kind of like, I think with them also, they just knew. My mum was like, this one's a weird one. This is your last one we've had. This is a bit odd, isn't it? You know what I mean? She was just like, we're just going to have to let her do what she wants, so it's just going to be weird. And I think that was the main thing. My mum just kind of accepted, but it had a lot of issues. My dad was very like, okay, go to uni. So I went to university. I graduated before I really stepped into this business fully. But he was, and I was like, well, if I go to university, I'm going to do what I want. I'll go to uni because you want to have a university graduate. But I'm studying what I was. I don't want to be a doctor or a lawyer. Now I regret that. I should have been a doctor.
See? You regret it. Shut up. You don't like a women with any regrets.
I have moments where I check my bank balance. I'm like, damn, could have been a doctor. Should listen to my African parents. They know what was right. They're guiding us the right way, guys. Yeah, no, but I mean, I get it. Like, it's because it's like really Stone Age with these sort of ethnic backgrounds. Like, that these are things that are respected in the villages or the towns or the cities that they grow up in. And just music is just deemed as something, not as a profession, So I really had to convince my parents that I was good. And I think my mum's still a little bit unsure. No, it's not. She's still.
She's been to see you DJ. Was she there at DC10?
My mum sends my sister. My mum's old. Like she had me when she was 40, so she's pretty like. She's not a young lady anymore. But she's seen me play live.
Oh, she's now 60?
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, 60. 65. Ooh. Yeah, so but my sister is my mum. Brenda. She got, when I was touring, Brenda used to come everywhere and her husband used to be our tour driver.
Really?
Yeah, and we needed someone like him. He's militant. We'd get drunk, he'd go into the hotel, pick up one of the boys and throw him into the van and drive us to the next gig in Manchester. And he don't talk much. When he does, it's like, shut up. So it was great. We needed that. We needed discipline because we was young and we was just so excited about everything. And he could tell, like, the boys would meet girls that disappeared. He'd be like, right, where did they say they were staying? We'd like, stay here, Meg, and he'll drive. But he'd just throw them in the van, like pieces of bags. And then drive, no one talking, and he would just listen to like Radio 4 or something on history. He's like deep into history. We'd be like, can we put some music on? He'd be like, shut up. Great. He was great.
He was like a legend.
He was such a legend. I love Simon. It's awesome. Joe was everywhere in this little mini van that my mum gave me money to buy. Great, good times. I missed that little hustle. Now I get picked up in Mercedes Sprinter.
How boring.
I'm like,
my heart bleeds for you.
I'm like, there's no water in the back. God damn it.
Roll out the Hummer.
I kept Femfest going because I still had love for it, and I'm really excited. Like today on the panels, people are talking about underground stuff. I'm excited for that wave to come back. Like the machines died here, and I'm not into it. Like the big club. I play a lot of big venues, so please don't take away my work. But I'm just saying, like the whole big bottle service thing, it just got a bit too much, And I just was like, I don't know if that's the energy that I want. And there was like my greatest work here was in a club called Barbary, and that when that closed, I think a lot of people would honestly say that was a massive change when Barbary went. Yeah, I think Joey's closed it because he was like, it's reached its peak. And I think he wanted to go out on a high instead of it dwindling down and then being a club that just got shut because no one goes there. And he went out on a high. I mean, he owned many places. Great entrepreneur, Jerry Gazelle. Actually, one of the guys who pioneered Femfest, he was like, bring it to my venue, And
Amazing.
Beautiful. He owns the mains. There's a beautiful restaurant. Super, super great human being. Lovely. Actually, really was a nice mentor for me when I was here. I don't see him as much anymore because he's super famous, that guy.
Joey
Gazelle.
Gazelle.
Yeah, he's like an entrepreneur, businessman. Very, very, very handsome. Super handsome. Just James Bond, Lebanese James Bond.
Back to Lebanon again.
I
What's
think
next for
Lebanese.
Femfest?
We're going to the mountains.
You said that in the panel. I was like,
Yeah.
I want to come to that.
Like, I'm trying to take it to Russell Kamer right now. I'm working on it. I just need 1 million Ugandan dollars. No, I just need some like people that want to get involved in a way that they want to back it with a promise. Like maybe be involved in be like, okay, we'll invest in it, and we'll take some shares from it. I don't want brands in that sense, Because what I'm going to try and do is build something that's up there, that's super grassroots, and people camp, and we have that sort of thing where you will go like a hike, like just kind of keep it where it's like it's a whole activity weekend, It's not just like so you come and you like that was a great experience. That's what I'm trying to do now, but that's what I experienced in Portugal.
Is it women only?
No, men are welcome, but it's just our lineups of women only.
Lineups women.
I know. Our slogan for years was "Boys Welcome," because people used to send me messages being like, "Can I come?" And I'm like, "Yeah, dude. Of course you can come." We just do not hate men. We love you.
We've got some nice mountains in Ibiza.
I'd love to do one in Ibiza if Ibiza would be up for having a lineup that's from here, like from the region. I'd love to do it. I think there's enough DJs. There's incredible talent coming from it, especially in the techno house, piano. It's broad. And I think this is what I was said yesterday. I asked the question, and I think the person on the panel didn't understand what I meant. But I was like, there's a lot coming in. How are we working with bringing out?
Yeah.
Because there's loads of these diasporas everywhere. Like somebody else said it, it's like there's Africans everywhere, there's Arabs everywhere. So why would we not think that we can book a DJ from here in a club in Europe? If you're basing it on that, you don't think they've got an audience. What I've learned about them two ethnicities in particular, they're low. If there's a Lebanese DJ, every Lebanese person is in that room. There's an Egyptian DJ, they're all there. They'd be like, they're supporting. It's the same as the South Africans with the piano movement. They are all there. So I think knowing that, people, if they're in the diaspora and they hear so-and-so's come in, they will go out for it. So I don't know what the fear is. But yeah, I get it. I think Europe is a big market, and Ibiza is a very special place.
Well, I hope you're going to be back there next summer.
I hope so.
I will see you there.
I've been booked actually since DC. I was like, what's up, Ivory booked? But I have been back, but I just didn't get booked. I played Pikes as well, actually. That's a fun place. We're in the mountains.
There's some mountains in San Juan and in San Vicente, and yeah, there's a lot of mountains.
Just to put
I walked
vibes.
around the whole island once upon a time with 12 days of camping with all my food and my clothes and my everything on my back, and I can tell you there's a lot of mountains. So if you need some mountains, I'll find you some mountains.
Find me some mountains. I'd love to bring into Ibiza.
Okay,
That'd
fine.
be awesome.
Let's do that. Femfest, Ibiza,
Edition.
2026 coming soon. Ooh. Thank you.
Yep.